Everybody.
Morning.
Good morning. Hope everyone's doing well out wherever you're at. This is really a very different day of training we have ahead of us. Usually, training would happen in the same location, and everyone would be able to see what each other's doing and nudge each other if someone's getting drowsy and nodding off. But today, we're all in remote locations or scattered around the office, and that's just fine. We have a couple of really interesting platforms to get introduced to today or reintroduced to. So let's get started. Chris, do you happen to be on the call? Yeah, Chris had some other conflicts, so I wasn't sure if he was going to be able to make it. And I wanted him to kick us off because Chris has had a lot to do with making sure that this sales team is really the priority for the market. As I mentioned before, the sales revenue side is really the lifeblood of any organization, especially media companies. So we are introducing two products to this team to make sure that we give you guys all the tools you could need to be successful and to continue to develop in your careers and to feel like you are really at the forefront of what you need to know to effectively sell our product set. So the first conversation that we're going to have is around Pulse. And the second one from 10 to 12 is Vision. And those two companies, those two products are prime examples of how Lee continues to invest in our sales team and our future. And thinking about everything that's going on in our world right now, there really is no better time for local Northwest Indiana businesses to see our capabilities and for us to go to market with these tools. So we just announced the stimulus grants in the last couple days, and we've got some good response. Combine that with a full suite of products that we have to go to market, and we really are in a tremendous position to make an impression on the market, even more so than we already have. So I'm excited to really get you guys involved in these and have you take advantage of them. And I would say that, in the short time that I've been here, and I'm about 3 or 4 weeks from no longer being able to say that, but Northwest Indiana is ahead of the curve for Lee. We are the market that everyone pays attention to. We tend to always be, everyone's always paying attention to how we adopt and how we adapt. They want to know from us how things are working. And Vision is a prime example of that. There was 5 or 6 reps that were a part of an initial project to test it out starting about 4 months ago. And a tremendous amount of feedback from our group is really what crystallized that product into being what it is today. And a lot of what you're going to see later on this morning will give you a good idea of what the Northwest Indiana team means to help crafting the future direction for Lee. So, but first up, we are going to be talking about Pulse. It's a tool that's going to be presented by John Marling. He is from Pulse Research. And John is the one who started the company. I'm sure he'll give us some background on that. But it has gone through, just like every other platform, multiple iterations. So where it stands today is a very different tool than what many of you may have had access to a few years back when Northwest Indiana was using a version of this tool. Some tremendous improvements. But what I like about it, I've seen it be introduced into other markets and reintroduced, is it really does an exceptional job of establishing a relationship of trust with our clients to let them know we have a good understanding of the market and the kind of impact that our products can have on the market by giving them visibility into the amount of customers that are out in the marketplace for them to reach. So it is a platform and a product that can further solidify our relationships with our clients by letting them know they're doing the right things by using our product set. But more importantly, we can make a lot of new friends with this. As you take this product out to clients who have never worked with us before or who have been hesitant, it will establish a level of trust and understanding around marketing that I think they rarely see. And in fact, many of them have never seen. So I know there are so many things going on a daily basis. All of you guys are going to be getting emails and there's deadlines and there's calls that are going to be coming in. When I sent the invite out a couple of weeks ago, I asked you to block this off your calendar because the only way we're going to really take advantage of these products is to give John our full attention and not get distracted. So close the door to your office, get all the distractions out of the way. I hope you have a cup of caffeine next to you so you can give full attention. We're going to take a short break after John goes through the Pulse Research platform, and then we'll take about a 15-minute break, and then we'll dive back into the Vision platform after that. So all that being said, John, are you there? Are you ready to get started?
Yes, I am.
Yes, I am. All right, let's rock and roll.
Well, thank you so much, Tom. On behalf of the Pulse team, I want to thank you so much for the opportunity to join your team. And what does that mean? That means that Pulse is absolutely committed to do whatever it takes to assist and support each one of you. I truly appreciate and recognize how incredibly challenging, frustrating, and unique these times are that we find ourselves. And the bottom line is, none of us know what tomorrow's going to bring with this darn pandemic. But the bottom line is that Pulse is here for you to help, like Tom said, and assist and support each one of your local businesses, because I'm sure that many of them are your friends. I was an ad rep once. And one of my missions and what gave me the most career satisfaction was helping my local businesses. And that's what Pulse provides you with the ability to do, to truly assist and help your local businesses with solutions and ideas and opportunities, for each one of their businesses. And I want to start off with some confirming news. We just did a major launch of the Pulse. And thank you, Tom, for saying that, and recognizing the significant changes we've made in the Pulse platform. We had no choice. Why? Because the world's changed. And Pulse had to adapt to be able to deliver for you, in this new world. So we relaunched the Pulse program in your sister publications in Carbondale, Glens Falls, Racine, Kenosha, Madison, and the results have been extremely positive, transformational in their words. And what Lee in those markets calls the Pulse program, and I just love it, tip of the spear. And what does that mean? And Tom said it a moment ago. You're juggling many, many different priorities and products and services. Tip of the spear means that you start the engagement, the conversation, regardless if it's a brand new business you haven't talked to before, you don't have a relationship, or one of your steady customers. Every single time you start the conversation with the opportunity for that business. And that's what we're going to cover today, is the opportunity, the value of your audience. And I want to repeat that. What's in it for the business? The value, the number of households you reach who in the next 3 months are going to shop at that business category. Real estate, automotive, financial, healthcare, restaurants. We've got it all for you. And that is very simple, but it has been as I said a moment ago, transformational. Want to cover the details of why. I've been in this business a long time, started out as an ad rep, founded Pulse 35 years ago. I absolutely, with total confidence, say now is the absolute best time ever to assist and help your local businesses. I know it's tough out there, but this is a unique opportunity for each one of you who are truly committed to assisting and helping your friends and your businesses. This is literally a once in a lifetime opportunity. Here's why. Let's think about this for a second. Pre-pandemic, not that long ago, but seems like forever ago, most of the businesses had a darn good idea what would happen in the next 90 days because they had history. There was normalcy. So they could look, into their books and records and have a pretty good idea what would be happening in September, right? But the reality today is, because of the uncertainty of the pandemic, every single business, I'm going to repeat that, every single business does not have, with any degree of certainty, what's going to be happening in the next 90 days. That's why, more than ever, this is unique. Your businesses want, need, and most of all, appreciate the shopping information for their business over the next 3 months. And that's what Pulse provides. That's the foundation, is the shopping opportunity, number of customers, households you reach who are going to shop at their business in the next 3 months. And as I said a moment ago, that has been absolutely transformational in Glens Falls, Carbondale, Racine, Madison, etc. A few months ago, a publisher really was the catalyst. She said a current shopping survey would really help our local businesses who are freaking out right now and frankly continue to be freaking out. It would also help us be viewed as the trusted advisor. I just love that, trusted advisor, to help them navigate through these unprecedented times. So Pulse, even though we had just completed our annual Pulse of America shopping survey, we started over and we launched the COVID Impact Shopping Survey. What does that mean? We asked the questions the business would ask. This is no big deal. A realtor would ask, do you plan to change or get a new realtor? Do you plan to buy a property? What kind of property do you plan to buy? A car dealer would ask, do you plan to shop at a car dealership in the next, 3 months? What type of car do you plan to buy? Do you plan to buy a new car, used vehicle? What automotive services do you need? So we asked the questions the businesses would ask of newspapers, audiences, and their website visitors. And here's the phenomenal news. We got, and continue, the survey is ongoing, by the way. We got over 30,000 completed sample, 30,000. In Indiana, we have over 400 completed sample. Putting that into perspective, when they do the political polling for the United States of America with over 100 million households, they use between 800 to 1,600 households. We've got the information of your we've got the ability to project your audience's shopping pattern because of the data that we have collected. It's absolutely valuable. Going a little bit further into tip of the spear, there's really 3 simple steps that they've launched. I love simplicity. Number 1 is get the interest of the business with what's in it for them, the opportunity of your audience once again for their business. I've done a lot of presentations, and when the business realizes you have information about and for their business, you did a real estate survey because you asked real estate questions. That gets their attention of a realtor. And when you share with them how many households you reach, you're going to change, you get a new realtor, and how many listings are going to be, that gets their interest. That's tip of the spear. Then you present your solution, your product, to reach the opportunity of your audience. And then number 3 is, and I'm very excited to show you, we help you engage with the business. So with them, for them, they realize how few customers they need to pay for the campaign. It takes away the financial fear. So what we're going to cover starting right now is a transformational opportunity for each one of you in this unique world, once in a lifetime, to really help and assist your businesses with information that they want about and for their business. And it's a 3 simple step program. And I'm just going to repeat it. It's called Tip of the Spear. Get their interest, then show them the solution. Then you do not start with product first. No. You start with what's in it for them. That's what makes the difference. And then show them, with them, for them, how few customers they need to pay for the campaign. Let me give a couple examples of Tip of the Spear. On the screen right now, you see the Pulse teaser. What pops out? A big number, 1,739. That's the opportunity in this example, and this is an example of the number of households who plan to get or change a new financial advisor over the next 3 months. It's very, very timely. It's near term. And think about that for a second. If you're a financial advisor and somebody comes in or calls you on the phone or sends you an email and you see, oh my gosh, 1,739 opportunities for my business category, it grabs your attention, Tip of the Spear. And then you ask them, would you like to know more about their financial plans? We also asked about stock market investments, gold, silver, and what do you plan to do? And they want to know more because it's about and for their business. And once again, because of the uncertainty, they want to know because they don't know. So I'll show you live in a second how to create right now a teaser like this, Tip of the Spear, for over 200 business categories. And this has been transformational once again. It's fun, it's positive, because it starts the conversation, it gets their attention. So Pulse teaser. The second example I have for you is the Pulse flyer. This is probably our most popular program to engage and start the conversation, get the business involved. Look at the headline. To help your business plan during uncertain times. They certainly can relate to that. Pulse asked the questions you would ask. We asked, do you plan to shop a remodeling contractor over the next 3 months? And look at that. Once again, what's in it for them? Tip of the Spear. 702 said yes. And in this flyer, we share the very, very, very simple math, how we get the big number, the opportunity for them. It's just taking the percentage who said yes on the survey, 4.6% in this example, times the number of households you reach. And we'll go over a little more detail of that in just a second. So 4.6% times the 15,250 is 702. And that, once again, the 702, Tip of the Spear, is what gets their attention. Now, as you notice here on the flyer, let's find a solution. Businesses today want ideas and solutions. They're hurting. How can we get more customers? And you notice here on the flyer, it goes deeper into the opportunities for the business. Add a room, remodel a kitchen, remodel a bathroom, add or replace a deck. And what happens in the real world out there, the remodeling contractor might say, well, look at bathrooms, look at remodeling bathrooms. 839 opportunities. I should be targeting and advertising remodeling bathrooms. You might ask, well, why is the opportunity in this example for remodeling bathrooms, 839, higher than the 702 who plan to use a remodeling contractor? Well, the reason is that many people who are going to remodel their bath have their cousin do it, or they do it themselves. So there's a bigger opportunity in total for remodeling a bathroom than the actual business category opportunity. Same thing for used cars, by the way. There's going to be more used cars being purchased, projected from the research, than going to shop at a used car dealership. Why? Because people can buy a used car from a private party, they can buy a used car from a new car dealer, along with from a used car dealer. Let me share a story with you on how this works, real world. Your sister publication, Longview, Washington. I was making a four-legged sales call with an ad rep. We walked into a heating and air conditioning business. We hadn't gotten more than 20 feet in the door, and the business person said, "I thought I told you 2 weeks ago, I'm extremely busy. I'm not going to advertise. Thanks, but I don't have time." And the ad rep was kind of turning like she was going to leave. And I said, "Well, wait a minute, sir. We just did a heating and remodeling contractor survey." And she said, "What do you mean by that?" "We asked the questions you would ask." He said, "Such as?" I said, "Such as, do you plan to shop at a heating and air conditioning business next 12 months? He said, "You asked that?" I said, "Yeah." He said, "What'd you find out?" And I shared with him the flyer, just like this example, with a big number. And I said, we also asked about their needs. What do they plan? What services do they need for their home? And he looked down on a flyer just like this, and he saw furnace repair. And he says, "Look at the number of households who need furnace repair." He said, "That is great." And he looked at the ad rep and he said, "Let's start advertising furnace repair." He said, "My back shop has been slow." He said, "I've got all the new construction we can handle." But he said, "My back shop has been slow. Thank you so much for giving me a solution." And so what this does for you, the information about and for their business, is help you start the conversation. Remember, the guy would say, "I'm too busy. No thanks. I'm not going to advertise." And I said to him, "I got good news. We did a heating and air conditioning survey. And that is probably the number one tip." And I've done over 2,000 four-legged sales calls. It's their survey. If you come in and say the Times of Northwest Indiana did a survey, that doesn't get their attention because they think it's your survey. But when you said, "We've done a remodeling contractor survey," boom, that gets their attention. "We did a real estate survey," that gets their attention. "We did an automotive shopping survey," gets their attention. Why? Because it's their business. So that's the number one, and please write that down. When you start the conversation, always, always say, what type of business category? We did a hearing aid survey. Think about that. You're a hearing aid business, and you did a hearing aid survey, you got their attention. And so please remember, it's their survey, and it is. We ask the questions a remodeling contractor would ask. We ask the questions a heating air conditioning business would ask. It's their survey. That makes all the difference in the world. Now, moving on. We've got a full presentation for you. It's got the big number, 19,404 in this example for a furniture store. Isn't that a beautiful thing? Because they don't know. They don't have any idea, because of the pandemic, how many households you reach who are going to shop at a furniture store. Once again, let's find some solutions for you. Here's what our audience is going to buy. Oh my gosh, I should be advertising rugs. The Challenger sales model, by the way, is exactly this. Finding a solution for them they don't even know is there. And then you'll notice on this full presentation, you present your stimulus grant. But the unique thing that Pulse does for you, and I know darn well in today's world, heck, in the good old days, a business was reluctant to sign a contract. Economy's booming, but they're still reluctant. Why? The financial fear, making that commitment, right? Let's make it easy for them. We share how few customers they need to pay for the campaign. And look at this example here. They only need 5 customers to pay for the campaign out of 19,404 that you reach, who are in this example going to shop at a furniture store. That's part 3 to the Lee program, is sharing with them how few customers they need to pay for the campaign. It takes away the fear. It makes them easy to say, it's easy for them to say yes. I've had so many businesses say to me, well, that's a no-brainer. Let's get going, because they realize how doable it's. There's no risk. Am I going to get 5 new customers? Absolutely. So that's the 3 presentation types. Here is an example of the break-even calculator, which we're going to go live in just a second. It's very simple. It's on your phone. And by the way, everything that Pulse does is on your phone. So you can engage with the businesses in real time, anywhere, anytime. But this break-even calculator with their input, and we'll go live here in just a second and share it with you, is probably one of our most effective resources for you, because it helps the business realize, yes, I can. Okay, so now with that overview, let's go live into your program. And you should have each received yesterday, late in the day, a invitation from Pulse to sign up, create your own account. And if you did not get it, it might have gone into your spam, check there. Just send an email to support, SUPPORT, @pulseresearch.com. So this is your live Pulse program. And right at your fingertips are your tools and resources to access the shopping information and engage, start the conversation, tip of the spear. So let's do a quick overview. We've got some prospecting tools for you. Obviously, finding some good, solid prospects is very important today. Things are tough. So we've got some great tools for you to find not just any old prospects, but the business categories that across the United States, and I'm proud to say we have over 600 publications using our program and over 5,000 ad reps. These are the tools that they find very successful to help businesses. Then we've got the teaser, the flyer, here an engagement, starting the conversation, tip of the spear, then presenting, showing them the specific recommendation, what's a good fit for them of the various products that you have, overcoming objections, the closing tool. And we also have, and I highly recommend that each one of you do the Pulse training and certification program. I'm going to cover a lot today, and it's very, very challenging to remember all of it. In fact, nobody does. And so we put together a step-by-step training program for you that you can do at your leisure and cover any individual parts. And we'll go to that in just a second. But let me show you how the program works. You're all extremely busy. So right here at the top of your Pulse page, if you want to create a teaser for a flyer for a specific business, you can just type in their name. And I looked up a name of a insurance company the other day. There we go. Oops. My typing skills this morning. Okay, Joe Stallmuck Insurance, okay? So you just type in the name. It's simple as that. And then you click here on the navigation dots and look at that. You can create an account, a one-page, a teaser, a flyer, and we'll show you in just a second the call plan. But we want to do a teaser to start the conversations. You just click on teaser, okay? Because we just put in their name, we need to type in what type of business category. No problem, it's insurance, okay? Changing it into insurance agency, okay? It's as simple as that. And now you have right before you, there are 3 versions of the flyer. What to say on the phone to start the conversation, email example that you can cut and paste, and then a printed example that I shared with you a moment ago. And by the way, the program has total and absolute flexibility for you in terms of audience options presentations. So you click here, and we have set up for you your total audience. This is a net unduplicated print and digital. We base the projection on households. Why? Because household is the primary shopping entity. It's the household who buys a car. It's a household who buys furniture. It's a household who needs furnace repair. But we can't count a household twice. In other words, they've gone to your website and they've also read your printed product. We can only count them once, or we'd be overstating the opportunity. We've also got your times, we've got print only, and we've got the Southland your times. But it has additional flexibility for you. You can type in the name of a combo, for instance, here, and then put in the number of household reached, and it'll recalculate the opportunity of that audience for you. So quick summary, flexibility. You can choose the audience option that you want, or you can put in your own audience. So let's select here, the times, the print and digital, and let's take a look at the flyer. You've probably got some sales collateral pieces. What our suggestion is, and what they're doing up in Racine, Madison, et cetera, is they're printing the teaser. And you just fold it here, and then you wrap the teaser around that sales collateral piece you have for your stimulus grant. But it starts the conversation with the opportunity. It gets their attention. It gets them motivated, because every business wants to make sure they get their share. When they see that you reach 13,080 households who in the next 3 months plan to change or get a new insurance agency, you got their attention. And then you say to them, would you like to know more about what they plan to buy? We asked about their insurance plans for automotive, for home, even pet insurance, and they want to know more. But the tip of the spear is 13,080. That gets their attention. Would you like to get a larger share of that? Of course, they say yes. Then you go into your grant program or what other product that you might have for that particular business. So tip of the spear starting is the teaser. Get their attention. Let me show you another example. I was in Madison. This was over a year ago. And we walked in, cold call, to a realtor. And the realtor said, I don't think print works anymore. I've got a total digital program. I'm very happy. Thank you very much. And essentially blew us off. And I did the same thing that I did with the heating and air conditioning. I said, sir, I've got some good news. We did a real estate survey. We asked the questions you asked. What do you mean by that? I said, we asked you plan to change your room. I asked you plan to list your home. He said, well, I'm interested in that. Tell me more. And shared with him the information, the opportunity. And here's what he said. What programs do you have to reach those households who are going to list their home? Because I want my share of them. And so this tip of the spear, the opportunity in this example right here, 13,080 is what's transformational, gets their attention. So that's an example of the teaser. You've got words to say on the phone to get the appointment, but it comes down to the big number again. You've got an email example, you've got the print, and you also have access to the flyer there. But let's go back to the home page if we might. Show you some other functionality. So once again, speed, you just type in the name. You can do that right on your phone and walk right into the business. Or if you're doing a Zoom webinar with them now because of the pandemic, no problem. It gives you the instant information. Let's do some prospecting. We've got a couple different prospecting tools for you. Number one is we've got COVID-focused business prospect opportunities. So you click here on the business guide, and up will come the business categories that because of the pandemic have increased in shopping. And the reality is, obviously, many people are at home right now. And because they're spending more time at home, their shopping has now focused on improving their home. So look at this, building supply lumberyard up 48%, remodeling contractor up 33%, hardware store up 18%. But other business categories are up also, like landscaping service, 139%, financial advisor up 9%. And so you just identify a category like lumberyard, you click on find. It's as simple as that. But let me go back and share with you probably our most effective, unique prospecting tool. It's the hot prospects ranked by business type. So you click here, it's under prospecting right on your home page. You can do this on your phone. And up will come over 200 business categories. And they're ranked by a combination of the close ratio, the average sale, and the sold rank. What do you mean by that? Well, every time over 5,000 ad reps use the program, let's say they create a presentation for a furniture store, teaser, flyer, or one page, it automatically records that. Then when they put in what happened, did they close it? It records the close ratio. When they put in what the sale was, it records the average sale and records, most important, how many sales for each business category. Before I click on sold rank here, I want to share with you what you have in your Pulse program. You've got over 200 business categories. You've got apparel businesses, automotive businesses, child care, community service, education, farm equipment, financial, whole bunch of retail, grocery, health and medical, home and garden, home services, local services, pets, real estate, on and on and on and on. If you're looking for a specific business category, no problem. Like financial advisor, you just type in, and there you've got, financial advisor, tax returns, credit return, etc. It's as simple and as fast as that. So now, if I might, let's go back here. And now let's click on sold rank, okay? And now all the business categories will be organized at your fingertip based upon the business categories that are most sold. Look at that, real estate, most sold. Car dealership, number 3. And so then you just select a business category. And look at this, financial advisor, number 8, most sold. You just click on find, and up will come for your area. It's a Google mashup, financial advisors. If you want more geographic focus, you just change the zip code, or you can type in the name of a community. So you can zero in right on your geographic area. You can either click on the map and you can create an account, teaser, flyer, or most folks, they come over here to the left-hand rail and you've got your business financial advisors listed there right for you. Another little tool that we put together that people really like is, because it's so darn simple, is putting together a call list for you, a prospect list. So I want to put some financial advisors on my list because they have a high propensity to say yes. So I'm going to create a call list, an opportunity list for financial advisors. So I click on add to call plan, add to call plan, add to call plan, add to call plan, okay? Then I come up here on the top of my program, and this is live for you right now. And when you log in, it's your program. And I click on call plan, and up comes a list of the businesses I put into my call plan. What's cool about this is many of you are working at home. And so all you have to do is just click, 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 put them on your call plan, and then come here and you just scroll down, it creates, say, create a flyer, and it's as simple and as fast as that. You've created a flyer. Wow. In under 60 seconds, you can create a flyer. So if you're doing a Zoom webinar, and I would highly recommend that you do a Zoom webinar with your businesses so they can participate in real time. And so they see on their screen exactly what you see on the screen right here. And let me just quickly go over the flyer, kind of like a little role play. I know things are tough. I realize the uncertainty, but help your business, help you, Adam Robertson, to help you during these tough times. We ask the questions you would ask. Do you plan to change or get a new financial advisor? Look at this. We reach over 27,000 households who in the next 3 months plan to change or get a new financial advisor. People are taking a look at their financial planning today because of the uncertainty of COVID. How did we get that? 12.3% said yes. We reached 21,700 households net. That's simple math, 27,000 household opportunity for you. And I think you'd agree with me, that's game changing, tip of the spear. That grabs their attention. Now let's talk about some specific solutions and ideas for you, okay? Look at that, mutual funds, over 24,000 opportunities. But you've got the ability with the Pulse program to go right into the research. Notice this little editing pen right here? And let's pretend we're doing a Zoom live webinar. Well, which we are exactly, but you're doing it with the client, right? So you click on the editing pen and it goes right into all the research. What else would you like to know? Well, I'd like to know about city and state bonds. I'd like to know about annuities. I'd like to know about IRAs. Gold's been pretty hot lately. Let's take a look at the opportunity for gold. This is an incredible resource for you to be that consultant, because you've got the ability with them, for them, to go right into the research and get the information that they want. Then you just click on update, and now you've created a custom, unique opportunity report for that business. You can email it to them. You can print it and save it as a PDF. And by the way, everything that Pulse does is just a web page. There's the address of the web page right there. So you can just cut and paste the address and email it off to them. So that's an example of how fast you can create a flyer for the business, okay? And now let's go back to your program, okay? And so now we've got a prospecting tool by map. So you just click here and up will come a map. And then you can just change the zip code, or you can put in a community name, and then you can tag it and save it as your default map, okay? And you just click on a particular business. Oops. And then create a presentation. So let me go back to the dashboard if I might. And one thing I want to, before I forget, there's at your fingertips a help section. You click on help. We've got different videos, FAQ. And what I'd like to show you, and I'd suggest you do this right away, is put the Pulse app right on your phone. It's not an app, but what it does is you can put the link to Pulse right on your iPhone or your Android phone. So you go to help, FAQ, how can I add Pulse to my mobile device? And after our get together this morning, I would suggest you put it on your phone. Why? Because then you've got it handy, and no matter where you are, you can immediately click on, and it's a big P, right on your phone, and access your Pulse information. So back to the dashboard, if I might. What I'd like to do now is create for you a one-page presentation. Business says, yeah, I want to reach those households, like the realtor in Madison said. And so now what we can do is I want to show you in accounts. Every time you create a presentation, it automatically creates an account for you. Can you add a new account? Sure. So you just click on new account. Let's put in the name of the account, and then I want to put in here test. And let's say legal firm. Okay. And what type of business is this? It's a legal. Okay. Change or start a new legal firm. By the way, Pulse asked a lot of the questions. You plan to change or get a new firm. Why? Because that's more motivating. Okay. So we just added a business category called test legal firm. Then we come down here to create a presentation. Okay. And let's say they were interested. They saw how many households we reached. We're going to change, we're getting a legal firm. They want to get their shares. So now we're going to do a full presentation. So this is how you set up the one page, okay? And so now you select audience. It's just a few simple steps. We're going to show our total opportunity. You can put in an ad package right here. And let's just put in here, this is your, stimulus grant. And I'm not familiar with the pricing, but let's say it's $12,000. It's 52 weeks, okay? But it gives you total flexibility. So you can just type in the name of the product you have, the campaign cost, how many weeks, and then this is the default. Pulse gives you the estimated customer value, what they would spend over the next 12 months. And then we've got a default gross profit of 50%. It's a placeholder, okay? My suggestion is you leave the customer value and the gross profit as is. Then you select products and services. You're building your own presentation here, but it's got artificial intelligence built into it. So it shows you the legal services that other ad reps have chosen for an attorney presentation. So you can just select the ones that you'd like. That looks pretty good. Wills and trusts, bankruptcy attorney, family law, general practice, okay? Disability attorney. You're in charge. You're creating your own presentation. You can also do a search and go into the research again. After you've selected your products and services, you then click finish. Then we come down here. We want to show them what they're missing. As you know, in the real world, businesses will say, well, I don't need to advertise. Print is dead. I use Facebook. Well, let's show them what they're missing because nobody reaches everybody today. So Facebook offer, 87% through the research said they have not responded to a business Facebook offer. But in addition, for those of you who have automotive businesses, we asked about automotive sites, such as, CarMax. We've asked about local dealer website. We asked if you were to plan a vehicle locally in the next 3 months, which of the following automotive sites would you go to? We also asked about real estate sites, okay? Look at this. I've been out on so many four-legged sales calls, to realtors. I say, well, I'm not going to advertise in the local paper here because I've got Zillow. Zillow's powerful, and they sell a heck of a lot of agent packages. But look at this, 35% said yes, that they would go to Zillow. But look at that, that means that 65% would not. So let's click here on Zillow, even though it's a legal presentation, just to show you the concept. And so you can select different categories, and I'm gonna select a few more here. I'm gonna select, they say we've got, business email, we've got our own website. What we want to show them is what they're missing if they're not also advertising with you. This is a very, very effective way to get them back in the paper. Then let's show them the return on investment. So we've got a $12,000 campaign. A 5-time return on investment would be $60,000, okay? And so you just type in a dollar amount, a multiplier. And it shows you right here the return, 5-time. Okay, if I had typed in 120,000, would have been a 10-time return. Then I would suggest you do ad readership. And now in quick summary, the one-page presentation you build yourself. You're selecting, the audience. You put in the campaign you want. You select the products and services. You select the businesses or the competitors to show them what they're missing. You can, if you want, put in return on investment. And so it's a very simple couple of steps, but you're customizing a specific campaign presentation for that business. You click on Save Campaign, and as simple as that, it'll bring up your one-page presentation. Okay, so it looks like the flyer. Potential customers, the big number. It's got the products and services, but most important, it shows them how few customers they need to pay for a campaign. And the beauty of this is you can work with the business in real time. You click here, and it brings up the information to get their input. So we estimate that if you got a new legal customer, you'd do about $10,625. That's the Pulse estimate. If you got for your firm, and every firm differs, by the way, every furniture store, every automotive dealership, what's your average new customer value? Well, ours is about $12,000. What's effective about this, it gives you the opportunity to get from the business their customer value, their cost of goods. Well, cost of goods is you got to take out the cost of the product. Okay, they've got to pay their legal associates. A furniture store's got to pay for the furniture, right? Okay, so then you just ask you, what's your cost of goods? Well, our cost of goods is about 70%. Okay, so you make about 3,600 net customer value. Yeah. Well, look at that. You only need 4 customers, just 4 customers to pay for the campaign. That's taking 3,600 into 12,000. Okay, you only need 4, and that's 4 out of 8,000. And here's what you're going to get with our stimulus program. Here's the print component. Here's the digital component. Do you think you're going to get at least 4? And so many times the business say, yeah, that's a no-brainer. It's a tool for you that will significantly increase your close ratio. Then you can show them what they're missing. Okay, what they're missing if they're not advertising you. The attorney might say, well, we've got our own website. Well, 64% of our audience have not gone to any local business website. 87% have not gone to any business Facebook, responded to a business Facebook offer. So that's an overview of your one-page presentation. So we're getting here to close to 9:45. So let me go up and wrap up here for you with a couple other quick tools. I promised you I'd show you how to access your closing tool right on your home. So let's assume you're on your mobile device and you want to engage with a business so they realize that, yes, they can. How few customers they need. So you click here on close and it gives you a blank break-even calculator. This is extreme. We're getting so much feedback on the effectiveness of this because it engages with the business. Here's the Pulse training and certification. You just click and it'll ask you, do you want to start? Yes, you just click yes on the green. And then you go through the program session by session. You'll notice there's a short video for each one of the training sessions. And you just click that you watch the video. Let me hop down here for a minute. And each one of the training sessions has real world assignments. So you just click, I watched the video, I identified 3 businesses, I created, okay? And then when you're done, you just click, confirm I did it, and you get credit for completing that step of the training program, okay? And the last thing I want to show you and wrap up is the reporting program. The reporting program is important to give you credit for your success and use of the Pulse program. Every time you create a teaser, flyer, one page, it automatically records it for you right on your home page. So here's the ones I've done. Here's the test legal firm. You see the little icon for the one page. Here's the icon for the flyer. It's a door opener, and the icon for the teaser. And so it's really simple. And by the way, you could be on your phone, click on the big P, up comes your home page, and you walk into Adam Robertson here, and you click on the flyer, and now you've got it on your phone. Simple and as fast as that. So going back to the dashboard here, how do you get credit? We just come over here and you click on the navigation dots, and you've got the ability to edit the presentation. You can delete the presentation, but we want to get you credit here. So you mark the presentation as presented. You presented the presentation. When did you present it? I presented it today, okay? And you click set. And that gives you credit for presenting the presentation. Going here to the teaser, remember icon teaser, you click here on the navigation dots. Once again, the teaser, you use the teaser, you engage with the teaser. So we mark it as engaged. When did we do it? Today, the 13th, okay? But now on this presentation here, let's mark it as sold. We sold it. So we come down here, we mark it as sold. We do what type. Is the new sale renewal, or is it split between renewal and new? $12,000 sale. Okay. And then we click down here on the date. Okay, we click set. That's the date we sold it. You want to record the presentation date? Yes, it was also the 13th. We click set, and now you got credit for that. And by the way, I've covered a lot today. Once again, it's everything I've covered is in the Pulse training and certification. You can also do reporting up on your reporting tab up here. You click on reporting, and up will come all of the business, all of the presentations that you've created. And once again, you just go over to the navigation dots, and like we did a moment ago, you can then record your activity and your sales. And so in summary, we're here to do everything we possibly can to assist and support you. These are unique times. But the reality is, because every single business is facing uncertainty today, the information that you have now at your fingertips about and for these businesses is a game changer. Start the conversation, tip of the spear, with the benefit, the opportunity for them with a teaser flyer. Then part 2, lead into, show them your specific solution, your product, your stimulus package. And then 3, engage with them so they realize how few customers they need to pay for the campaign. 1, 2, 3. If I can help in any way, my email is Marling, MARLING, @paper.net. Marling@paper.net. And Tom, is there anything you'd like to say and wrap up?
John, thanks so much for staying on time. And I can't wait to use the calculator to figure out how many sales we need to pay for our relationship with you.
Not many.
But it really is a very powerful tool. The prospecting and lead component to it just comes at a perfect time for us. And really, there's really no reason that we should not be sharing this with John. You know, this is a great way to get the conversation going, and it is information that all of them are looking for. So really appreciate the time. I would love to open it up for questions, but I promised the group 15 minutes to stretch your legs before our next training. So we'll likely do a revisit with you, John, somewhere in the next week or so to make sure we're on the right track.
Yeah, please do. Thank you. Thanks, everybody.
Thanks, John. Okay, guys, go ahead, stretch your legs, grab some more caffeine, and then we got a different link to jump on.